Hello everybody and welcome to just a potentially quicker new little Let's Play I'm going to do. I did get done with Doom, I got done with Postal, and we'll be, I still got Crash 4 going on and potentially Shadow Warrior. I know I got a lot of stuff still going on. Let me check something real quick. Can I do a different slot? Let's just do that. I didn't know there was actually multiple slots in this game. But yeah, we're just going to do Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I'm going to assume that this one should hopefully be pretty short. So, either way, I guess we'll see. And this is probably going to be one of those few times where I'm actually just going to maybe not necessarily let the whole thing play out, but, I'm not going to let the text scroll all the time. But either way, I'm probably going to have the text just in general, because why not? And for those that are wondering, have I actually beaten this game yet? I have. That's why new game hard mode was actually unlocked. And real quick, I want to say this. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I'm not sure if we're ever going to get like DLC for this game or not, or anything of the sort, or maybe if it's actually an unlockable. But I would love to have Joe as a skin in this game. So, real quick, there probably will be spoilers for a lot of Ninja Gaiden content. So, just bear that in mind. I love Ninja Gaiden a lot, so let's see. Also, every level has challenges, and these ones should not be too bad. So, just avoid spikes, kill the sun hat type enemies, basically the stronger samurai type that you'll have to deal with later, and just avoid spikes. And only, I think, one collectible, which was just a crystal skull, which was a thing that was introduced, I'm pretty sure, back in Ninja Gaiden 2. First introduced it in the Neo trilogy. Usually when I talk about Ninja Gaiden, I want to make this clear that I probably will be talking about the Neo trilogy, as it was one of the first that I got into. I didn't play the NES ones until way after. And I don't think I even own one of the NES ones anyway, unfortunately. I don't think I do. I mean, I own Ninja Gaiden 2 on 3DS. Like, I actually bought it on 3DS. I've not played 3 yet. But in terms of the trilogy, I've played all of them, including, of course, Yaiba. God damn it, of course I get hit. By the way, this will not be a perfect run thing or anything like that. I'm not going to be playing on hard. Nothing specific. And speaking of which, the game is relatively quite not super hard anyway. I mean, there are bosses that will probably give me some shit, but other than that, for the most part, if you're looking to play this game and you're kind of worried that this might be just as difficult as it was back in the day, you could make it like that, but for the most part, it's arguably not that hard. I would say this is probably definitely one of the easiest Ninja Gaidens you can play. It's also made by Game Kitchen, which is the people behind Blasphemous. And I've mentioned before in the past that I'm not the biggest fan of Blasphemous, which I've only ever beaten it one time, and for some reason I just never really got into it that hard, and I'm kind of sad because, I mean, I've always loved the art style of Blasphemous. I think it's just really cool looking, and it does pain me to say, like, I'm not the biggest fan of it, which sucks because, I do partly want to get into it, so maybe at some point in time I'll force myself to sit down and replay the game again and actually beat it again. I'm going to grab that just in case. That's pretty much just health. Mechanically speaking, this game's pretty simple. Checkpoints also give you health, but only a certain amount. You can actually buy things later on with a specific collectible. Not Crystal Skulls, but another collectible from the Neo trilogy that we'll have to see later. Because Joe right now is... Oh, okay, I guess there was another Crystal Skull. I guess there's 3 of them. Oh, okay. They also tell you which ones you get in which order, too. So that was literally the second one. And by the way, this will not be 100%. This is just going to be me playing the game for about maybe, I don't know, a few videos worth. So these guys, when they go to attack, just jump over them, let them attack, and then hit them from any direction. Whether it be from the front, back, it don't matter. But there you go. That's basically the prologue. I think I got pretty much everything. Real quick, I'm just going to assume... Oh, okay. I'm surprised. I've never gotten a single S rank in this entire game, this entire playthrough. Or my playthrough, I mean. Wow, I suck. Damn. And there you go. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be... If I remember correctly, it's been a bit, but I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the opening for Ninja Gaiden 1 on NES. And they actually remix a few songs in here, too, so... And I just want to say real quick, I'm a little bit slightly miffed we couldn't play as Ryu. I'm just going to let that be known now that, as far as I know, there's no playable Ryu. And I don't think there's even a Ryu skin. which does kind of suck. Not that Kenji is a bad character per se, but I'm a huge Ryu guy, so I would like to have that. Also, I do have the skin on. I actually probably I could change that at some point. Perfect dojo run. That one's kind of hard to get. Beat dummy, ambush in one try, and win the duel. That win the duel one is... Oh, I do that every time on accident. Yeah, I'm pretty sure... Well, I mean, I did a new game. So this shouldn't even be... I don't know, we'll see. So, this mechanic here, I think, came from The Messenger, I believe. I have played that game, by the way. It's pretty much a Ninja Gaiden-esque throwback style game. Climb up here, get your one crystal skull in the entire level. This is the one that actually has just the one. So, and now we have to do all this fun stuff. Yeah, the thing is, like, the reason why Ryu's not playable is because you'll see later, he's not really here with us in Japan. I think this is the one that takes place probably like prior to Ninja Gaiden 2, as in the trilogy series. From now on, I'll probably just, if I talk about Ninja Gaiden at all, they'll probably be in reference to, of course, the later games. I have to dodge roll these. You get some nice iframes from that. There you go. Trying my best not to take damage so I can get that challenge done, because why not? We probably won't go for all of them, though, because, I mean, a lot of them can be kind of hard later on, but still. And there's your hypercharge. You pretty much just... When somebody has an aura around them, you kill them, and then you can keep that aura, and you can use that to do, well, a continuous big giant slash that cuts pretty much everything down in one slice. Really nice thing. It took me a little bit, unfortunately, to kind of figure out what the hell it's supposed to technically do. There you go. I think that's what they probably wanted us to do, but still. So, technically, you know, we're not supposed to take damage in this, but I assume it's most likely, of course, referring to the fact that you're not supposed to take damage inside, like, the fights, or even from these objects we're hitting either, or just these things as well. And luckily enough, rolling has great iframes, so we don't have to worry too much about that. And usually the guillotine boost thing does actually do damage. It always does damage. Alright, so basically what they're going to have us do now is, well, you know, fight these waves off in one go. You don't need to activate hypercharge yourself just yet. You can activate it or something like this. And I'm pretty sure the idea is to just kind of like, you know, of course, combo between the different things that show up. So find out. Yeah, you gotta hit this one first with it. You gotta charge your own. I hardly ever do charge my own, by the way. And I got that one done. Nice. I might make this my new save file. Who knows? Alright, here comes the real challenge. So Ryu is, I would argue, difficult. Usually when he does that spin attack thing, and he's got this triple combo too, by the way. When he does that spin thing, he will, of course, usually just kind of go for an uppercut attack. And by the way, for those that are curious, what are my opinions about Yaiba? I like Yaiba. I have no real, true, you know, massive qualms about it, I guess. I quite like it enough. I mean, I used to say, like, back in the day, it's kind of a little bit buggy and glitchy or whatever, but... Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sometimes I feel like there are things that do kind of end up being a little weird in that game, not gonna lie. God damn it. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's mostly just like the final boss, and just certain things just never feel like they connect all the time, but the game is actually still pretty solid. Not fully it's like Lollipop Chainsaw, you know, where you kind of get that feel. It's like a Suda 51 game, if anything. You get that feeling like it's a good game, but there's just something slightly off about it every time, and it just bugs me. But I do actually like Yaiba. I think it's quite fun. Will you see a Let's Play of it? I don't know, but, because, I mean, if anything, if I was going to do order of games, I would have done Yaiba by now. Because this is like the last Ninja Gaiden that's come out so far. And I've already pre-ordered Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm already just super excited about it. I've seen the gameplay for Ryu mainly. And the new character. He looks fine. And they're definitely doing the... I mean, it's Platinum Games, but they're definitely doing the the Nero character thing a lot nowadays, it seems like. Just to kind of specify what I mean, back in the day, Devil May Cry 4, which is not a Platinum Games game, but still, very close, of course, because it's made by, you know, very close relatives of Platinum in terms of game devs. Here's our Scarab. Use those to buy. That came from Ninja Gaiden 1, actually, the trilogy one. Neo. But, yeah, so, wait, there's actually challenges. Kill with lunge, kill with guillotine boost. That was not too bad. Just, you know, go find a random guy, go beat him up. There you go. So, anyway, Devil May Cry 4 had a thing where they introduced a completely new character, and, you know, people were still used to the old character, which was Dante, of course. And, unfortunately, I think a lot of people just did not really care much for him. But here's the thing, though. I quite liked Nero. I mean, well, back when I first played it, I didn't really care much for the game because I was an idiot, but I've really grown attached to Devil May Cry 4. It's at least my favorite DMC, no doubt. And, yeah, even though we did get, you know, a completely new character or whatever, I still quite like him enough. And that kind of became a weird sort of thing in the hack and slash community, where for some reason this whole passing off the torch thing started happening. And I don't know if that was started from Devil May Cry 4 or not. I'm not sure if that was the beginning of it, but it almost feels as if it was. Because, I mean, I know this is kind of a bit of a stretch, but I would argue that the new God of War does the same thing, too. Like, I'm afraid they're going to do the same damn thing. But it really depends on how it's done. I feel like Nero is a great addition to Devil May Cry. Regardless of what people might be thinking, I actually do honestly like Nero a lot. He has a really fun style. I still like Dante, of course. It's just that when it comes to it, I still really like to play Nero. I like that sluggish... Because I come from a God of War background. That's my main first real true hack and slash I really got into. Yeah, not even Ninja Gaiden. It took me a bit to get into Ninja Gaiden. Not that long. I mean, it was around the time of God of War, but definitely around the time when the Neo trilogy came out. And, you know, played a bit of Sigma 2, because I was a PS3 guy, so I had to wait until we got them on PS3 to even play them. Played the demo, thought it was pretty dope, and then just went from there. And yes, I do like Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, not vanilla. I'm one of those that does not actually like vanilla. Which is pretty common, actually. And I think it's kind of a little bit well-deserved. That game's a little bit weird. Anyway, back to the Nero topic at hand. So, if you think it's crazy that, like, oh, there's no way they started doing that whole Nero thing to everybody. Bayonetta 3, look no further. Real quick, I'm going to say this too. I'm not a big fan of Bayonetta 3. I like 1 and 2. I especially like 1. 1's like my favorite Bayonetta. But 2, I'm kind of half and half. I mean, I haven't played in a while, but when it came out on Wii U, I think that's probably what made me not like it so much, was it was just mainly a Wii U game only. I kind of sucked it out a little bit, but looking back on it, it's still Bayonetta 1, but with bigger stuff to do. It's pretty cool, so. And then, yeah, with the third game, it's got this new character. I'm not a big fan of 3. I just think that enemies die way too slow. Like, just normal enemies just take way too long to kill. I have a lot of problems with it. I just think it's just whatever, but again, that's me. So, I did beat it, though, so at least I can have the opinion of saying that I did at least beat the game. God damn it. I'm taking damage here. Just random damage from nothing, pretty much. And, yeah, so Bayonetta 3, as far as I remember, was like the next... Well, actually, God of War 4 came out before that, so God of War 4. And like I said, Artreus is a bit of a stretch, but there you go. And now Ninja Gaiden, which was one of the 3, in my opinion, one of the big 3 hack-and-slash games back in the day. Ninja Gaiden, God of War, and Devil May Cry. They all have a Nero-esque type character now. Not just a Virgil type, but just an actual straight-up Nero type. Like a sort of sidekick, silly character. Well, I don't know about Yakumo from the new... I don't know about Ninja Gaiden if he's going to be a silly character or not. One thing I do know about him is he has weapon switching, and he's the Platinum Games character. Because Ryu plays about the same, which is awesome. I think that's great. But people are really worried about Ryu not having switchable weapons, too, so... Because the new character can. He can switch between weapons on the fly. And people are kind of worried about that, too, because... You know, Ninja Gaiden is more of an aggressive, make sure you play really well type game. I'm not trying to say like people who play Ninja Gaiden are great at everything. I'm because like Ninja Gaiden's not really the hardest thing ever either. I'm just saying that when it comes to it, people are just really worried about the game not being as crazy aggressive as it, like enemy-wise, as it was. And I definitely feel that fear as well. But I'm still gonna get it. I pre-ordered. I'm looking forward to it. I love Ninja Gaiden a lot. Alright, so this ass wipe. Usually he'll jump up here first. I might die to him, who knows. The thing is, you kind of have to just pay attention to where he's going to jump. See, he might do, usually after like 2 of those, he'll do this. And you can guillotine boost that. Or you can slash him. He'll summon a thing, you'll get a hypercharge, and he'll smack him right into the corner. And if you wanted to, you could always just do your own hypercharge and then just hit him back with that. What the fuck? That one's fast. Yeah, that one came out really fast then. Yeah, usually I just do that to it. Again, you don't have to, but that's just what I do. And yeah, it probably would be effective if you did use hypercharge, like you charged your own. Just come up here. If you do get hit, you can hide underneath them. For a little bit extra damage. God damn it, I keep getting hit by that. I'm gonna die here. I'm actually gonna die to this ass wipe. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, he can be tough. It's just that, you know, I keep messing up. Well, he's giving me plenty of time not to mess up, so there you go. Dead. Easy. Yeah, again, admittedly, this is definitely one of the easier games of the franchise. I mean, Yaiba is still a little bit easy, but this entire game, except for maybe a few bosses, is just pretty straightforward. And we might be done with the entire game within 3 to 4 videos, if I'm lucky enough. At first, when I first played this, I actually thought this was Momoji for a second. But, no, it's just a random Miko. Well, I'm not sure if she has any relation to anything at all. Because when it comes to Ninja Gaiden story stuff, I don't really pay much attention to it. And there you go, all the collectibles, and I got, you know, a nice combo, got a bunch of kills, decent time, and still somehow got a freaking A rank. And I have no idea how the hell you're supposed to actually get anything higher than that, so... I see. I think it was the time and the max combo that fudged me over. Oh, that's one way to kind of figure it out. Because I think you have to... I believe you got to get all the challenges, and you got to do all this stuff, and yada yada yada. And for those who are wondering, am I going to do the secret levels? Well, I'm not sure if the secret levels... I don't know how to get them exactly to pop up. Because I think I missed a few on my own playthrough. But I'll try what I can. Secret room, deflect enemy projectiles 10 times and avoid falling into pits. Okay. Easy enough. And then for this, just do that, and there you go. Kill that ass wipe because he sucks. Yeah, avoid pits, which that's not a pit. Yeah, if you want to grind on those things, those projectiles, just stand here and do this. Yeah, I guess my skin does carry over. That's weird. I'll change it for the... I mean, I like the skin and all, but I'll change it for the next one. Because this is a whole different file. We'll go back to the normal. We'll just play this for now. Pretend like we're still in training. Hell, it actually might be that way. Oh, fuck. Yeah, by the way, those guys take about 3 hits to kill. That's why hypercharge is important. Also, one thing I want to talk about is when this game was coming out, I was already planning on getting it anyway. So that was bound to happen. It was rage bound to happen. But still, I was looking forward to it, and I had a thought in my head of what it was going to be, and then it was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a Metroidvania style, or at least a beat-em-up Ninja Gaiden, which we do actually have a beat-em-up Ninja Gaiden, funny enough. It's the arcade version of it. It's practically a... It's pretty much a beat-em-up. By the way, those saws come back when they throw them, so watch out for that. Murabasa's here, and if you know anything about the trilogy, Neo trilogy, then you know that he's pretty much just a shopkeep, so you know what that means. Yep. Bring golden scarabs, and then you can buy stuff. So let's buy Blood Frenzy. I usually buy that one first because I think it's pretty good. And there we go. Fantastic. So pretty much after every 3 combo kills, or whatever, we get health back. So yeah, there are, technically speaking, there are technically upgrades in this game. Here's your secret room. You can find it by just, well, having a small little, I guess, dent in the wall, I guess, or whatever you want to say. Grab a scroll. And yeah, that's just yet another collectible added to the pile. I probably could have hung on from the ceiling there, but nah. Ouch. Also, kind of off topic. Ow. By now, this video, by the time this video comes out, it actually might be, well, it won't be Friday, but it'll probably be like Saturday, whatever. I either have already gone, or already am going to a convention at some point, so I'm planning on it. Not sure if I'm going to yet, but kind of want to. I think it's pretty much close to convention time anyway, so there goes that. Yeah. By the way, there is no penalty to dying, really, in this game, so no worries. I'm pretty sure they want you to do that, or at least wait for the ghost to show up. The wisp, or whatever. I'm surprised that ghost fish aren't a thing in this game that I saw. And technically you don't have to kill everybody, but if you do want to have, I guess, S-rank stuff, you probably do gotta kill everybody. And some missions later are gonna get really annoying about that. Like, trying to just get kills. I'll probably end up raging more so in, like, Act 4 than I really would probably in these early stages. These guys got a hell of a change. They got a hell of a redesign in terms of difficulty. Holy moly. They sure did. Yeah, because back in, like, Ninja Gaiden 1, those guys were a terror. Original NES Ninja Gaiden 1. I mean, to be fair, most everything was a terror in Ninja Gaiden 1, but still. There we go. Yeah, see, it's not really, I would say, a difficult game. I mean, it's not difficult yet, of course. But if you're not used to 2D stuff, maybe it might give you some trouble for a little bit, but I don't know. I'd even still say, like, probably not. There's no real penalty to dying unless you give yourself one. That's the only thing. Because there are stuff that you can actually buy. By the way, there's going to be a collectible on here, so just make sure you jump over him and grab that. If you're going for all the collectibles, though. And then this part, yeah, you got to wait for him to come back. Don't worry, the fire's gone. I mean, all he burned was the bridge. So it's not that I have to worry about him still chasing me. Knowingly, I don't know if he counts as a death or not. I don't think so. I think we have to kill him ourselves. Oh, you fucking dickhead. Well, that's why I keep messing up. It's like I keep forgetting that he's supposed to come back around and then I can hit him. Technically speaking, you could always just hypercharge before the bridge starts and then just do it that way. By the way, damage boost is a thing. So if you take damage, you can do that. And hypercharge does not work with a guillotine, unfortunately. Ouch. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for everybody. I'm gonna play the game just the way I play it. I'll try to focus on challenges, but I won't make it a big deal. As sad as it is that, you know, whenever I do lose a challenge, it sucks, but yeah, there's no reason to kill him, I know, but still. I could be a lot better than this. Alright, cool. Got more things to deal with again. Soon. This level gives me huge, like, Mega Man X vibes. And of course, just like, you know, with any Ninja Gaiden game, pretty much, you gotta have your CIA, FBI, you know, whatever type. I mean, to be fair, realistically, just any sort of, like, ninja type game, to be fair. It just seems like they're always just a thing that just appear in these types of things. Can't have a ninja game without at least the American CIA showing up or whatever. Or some type, or like, I think like in Ninja Gaiden 3, like, you know, British forces type stuff. So, get this. On hard mode, they actually change this arena. They change both. This fire in the middle, that's, I mean, that's supposed to be normally here. See those spikes on the side of the wall? Yeah, those are not just on the side of the wall either. They're actually on the freaking ground that we're standing on right now. And yes, you can eat those projectiles. The fireballs. I can't get any health back, which sucks, but we'll have to play a bit better than this. Sometimes I like to do this to him if he does the fire launch thing. Oh, shit. We might actually die to his ass. It's very possible. I mean, the arena's a little bit harder. We got that fire thing in the middle to worry about now, and got this whole thing going on. Oh, God damn it. Like, yeah, I could probably just dodge roll it, but I'm afraid of the fire in the middle. To be fair. Oh, come on! I was just right near the fire, too. And luckily enough, you don't have to watch the cutscenes again, so... But yeah, if you want to take that risk, you always could just hypercharge. Or if you really wanted to play safe, you could just guillotine everything. Which I don't recommend guillotining everything, because it gets annoying after a while. And you do so little damage anyway. Okay, that didn't knock him back into it. I thought it would, but I tried. Also, I've mentioned this before, but if you're actually looking for a really difficult, or relatively difficult, I should say, 2D game, I highly recommend Slave Zero X, no doubt. I think it's probably one of the harder 2D, like, modern 2D games I've played. But if you're looking for actual, you know, really hard stuff, I mean, I'm most likely sure, you know, the old classic NES, Super Nintendo games got you covered there. I've played my fair share of them, so I can give you some advice where, yeah, they're going to be a little bit difficult. Not all of them, though, thankfully, but still. The arcade mindset thing back then was definitely real. No doubt. And it still kind of carried over to some games, too. Like later hack-and-slash games, like modern hack-and-slash stuff. Funny enough, when this game was coming out, I thought this was Ayame for a second. I'm like, okay, she got like a strange redesign thing. I never paid too much attention. Which is funny that she says something about paying attention. Oh, we're already in Act 2? Goddamn, that was fast. I never paid that much attention to what the characters were going to be like in this game. Or like the cover. I honestly thought we'd play as Ryu. Because it's Ninja Gaiden, so I thought, okay. And again, regardless, I still do think that a Metroidvania 2D Ninja Gaiden will be absolutely awesome. Okay, challenge-wise, destroy traps, chain guillotine boost without landing 10 times. Oh god, defeat the boss without being hit. Ugh. Yeah, this is going to be one of those that's going to be really irritating. How are you supposed to guillotine boost 10 times? The boss, maybe? But even then, I don't know. Oh, come on, that's bullshit. Where's... yeah, I think they want you just to do the... Oh, okay, I see. So, the way her thing works, she's got purple. Or pink-ish. Either way. She's got very purple-esque hypercharged stuff now. And she's also a zoner. It just kind of goes without saying. And it's pretty obvious. But, still... I don't know if there's anything else I can really talk about her. To be fair. But I guess the purple pinkish hypercharge thing, that will come into play more so later throughout the game rather than right now. Because right now, it's not really much of a thing you have to worry about. Because it's like, oh, I just do what I do with Kenji and just throw my stuff, and, well, I get a hypercharge, they die, there you go. And, yes, it is that simple when you're playing as her right now, yes. But it will become not so simple later. And, of course, real quick, one thing you gotta worry about when it comes to hypercharge stuff is the factoid that it has a slight delay when you're playing her, oddly enough. Like, you kind of have to delay your attack. And, and to an extent, even Kenji kind of. If I remember correctly. If you want to get that, that's pretty easy to get. Just climb up here, kill these guys. There you go. And yeah, scarabs are going to be used for buying talismans and what have you. So, and you can't jump down the webs, by the way. I can't just go down those. These thin platforms I can climb up, but that's pretty much about it. Yeah, see how it was kind of like slightly delayed there. It's a bit annoying, but yeah. Another good thing about her is the fact that she can throw upwards. She can actually attack things from up, which is very nice. Not held it. Probably a waste of that, to be fair, still. Before we go up, that could be a non-secret area. I want to try to get as many collectibles as I possibly can. But that guillotine boost one would be kind of weird. Okay, I guess we're forced to go that way, okay. Ugh. Have to make me climb back up. I don't want to do that. I think I didn't realize, but they actually had elevator music sounded like for a second there. Alright, so enemies in the background, they'll break through the glass. Also, another thing too you gotta worry about is the fact that she can't really hit things from if they're kind of crouching too, so you gotta watch out. That does actually play a thing into Ryu's, or I keep calling him Ryu, fuck. That plays into a thing with Kenji later, actually. That you have to worry about, is the fact that you're gonna have to watch out for small guys. It's really obnoxious. Yeah, these things, you could just do that. You could just avoid them by just basically rolling through it. You don't have to worry too much. Why not? I don't know if we come back or not, but we probably do. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played this level. I haven't gone back and played everything yet. I've literally only beat the game once, so I wouldn't even say this is pseudo blind. It's just more so like still kind of getting used to levels, I guess. Yeah, you don't really need to use them for that, but it works all the same. And luckily, those Scarecrow guys die like one hit. Because they look like Scarecrows to me. I should be a lot faster than this. I think there's a secret out here. Maybe. No. This is progress. And luckily, enemies do, I think, stay dead. Because there is, I believe, a limit to enemies that the game throws at you. Or, I mean, because there was obviously like a max amount you're supposed to get for the ranking. So I'm sure they can throw more than enough at you. But either way, I don't think they're going to throw like, 200 at you or whatever. But then again, like if they do that, then these guys didn't really spawn anyway. But because they're usually used as platforms. But the thing I'm talking about is if you do happen to try to go for like 200 out of, I don't know, 100 kills for your requirement, then you're just kind of wasting your own time there. When realistically, you could be just focusing on trying to beat the game fast and not bother with trying to get kills to that extent. This part's pretty easy, just, keep lobbing shit, it's fine. Yeah, she makes it quite easy, not gonna lie. You do actually have a roll jump thing you can do. I think this is just back up here. Yeah. So you can do a roll jump attack. And Kinji even kind of has a thing like that too. He'll do like a spin in air. But I don't think you need to activate it by rolling though. I don't remember. I think I found our 10. Yeah, I think that's the room we're supposed to get the 10 guillotine throws at. But I fudged it up, so it's fine. Worst I can do is just restart checkpoint, but eh. Oh, these look like pits, but there should be no pits in this level except for the ones outside the building. Ah, fudge it, I'm not going to bother with that. I was going to fight it, but I don't think I care. Okay, so that's pretty much probably where we have to go. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. This might actually be just a extra thing up here, who knows. If I miss stuff, then so be it. God damn it. There is actually a thing I'm going to have to buy later. I'm going to have to pay attention to it. Or I actually can heal. Yeah, we might have missed a collectible. That's fine. Also, I'm not sure if this old lady is supposed to be the one that you fight in Ninja Gaiden 3. That one that turns into that weird giant spider type thing, I think. I mean, it's the Black Spider. The Black Spider Clan. Alright, so wait for the electric shock, then jump, and then just break that. I fucked up. But it's fine. This fight yeah, she's annoying. I don't mean to spoil everything, but as you probably noticed with the first boss, there are certain bosses you're going to have to fight, like, potentially more than once. And unfortunately, this is going to be one of those. I was going to say, I was doing a pretty good job of not getting hit there. If you let these things alive long enough, they'll actually electrocute the floor, so that's what you want to watch out for. And to avoid that melee strike thing, just essentially either dodge roll it, or, you know, guillotine. Ah, fuck. I should just do that. Okay, we got that, but unfortunately, that's fine. I'll take it. It don't matter. And yeah, both characters actually have their own unique animation for a kill, too, which is really nice. Alright. I think we got time for maybe one more level. Yeah, I don't remember if she's actually supposed to be... She might just be a completely new character, just in general. But she definitely has that really nasty-ass personality type. You know the one. The absolute evil shit. Oh, for those who are also wondering, too, will I be going through the game to get all the endings? Will I just skip to potentially... we got a secret level. Let's just... We can go do it real quick, I guess. Or we're stuck doing this one. Okay. I guess we're stuck... Oh, okay, this one's not too long. Kill the guillotine boost and avoid pits. Gotcha. Alright. This is like one of maybe 2 or 3 vehicle levels, actually. And depending on where you're looking, you can throw that direction. And I think if you look backwards, I think once, she might continuously throw backwards. I should probably focus on guillotine boost stuff, actually. Luckily, you can do that. You can do guillotine boost on just random objects. Then, of course, enemies, of course, but that goes without saying. I think there's only maybe... probably 1 crystal skull, maybe. And you can hang on the ceiling, I believe. Much like, you know, Donkey Kong Country, but there might be specific ceilings that do that with it. Kill him, and then grab the scarab. Okay, so there are 3. But yeah, so secret ending wise, you got to go through the whole game on hard again, and you have to get the first 2 endings first. Which I can get both endings. That's not a problem. I can show off both of the first 2 endings, but third ending, I don't know. Like if I ever did a third ending, it'd just be. I mean, it actually sounds like it's gonna be one of the hardest things to do. Funny enough, in this game. But if I do end up doing it, I'll probably just show off the level itself, because there's actually a level you have to play in order to do it. So just to, I guess, once again, spoil stuff here. But the idea is you beat the final boss of like main game, like you normally do. Then you go back, beat him again. Okay, I guess that's destroyed. Wasn't paying attention to it, but still. I thought it was avoid the traps for a second, but I forgot it was actually avoid pits. And yeah, you can do that. You can actually hypercharge throw his ass. I don't want to miss the crystal skull. Not that it matters, but still. You bitch. I hate these pokey guys. They're the ones that really suck balls to fight. Anyway, so you get the 2 endings, then you go back through hard mode, beat the final boss again, you unlock a new level, and it's a boss rush. And I think you have to beat it in one go. And it sounds incredibly hard. So, one of the few things that actually does make the game hard. Which, again, you can make the game hard, because there are talismans that do actually let you do that. Like, whenever you die, you restart a level completely. You know, that kind of thing. So if you really truly are looking for a challenge, then you can make it happen. And arguably, normal mode on itself, not that bad. However, I would argue that hard mode is actually quite difficult, not gonna lie. So, I'm surprised that they actually made it that way, but hey, at least it's a hard mode, so all is well in the world, I guess. This probably won't affect you guys too much, but I think tonight, or today, I'm probably just going to record like maybe 2 episodes. I'm not really feeling like recording much lately. I did so much, finished Doom, all that stuff. And I already have like Doom ready for like a whole week to be uploaded. By the time you guys see this video, Doom should be already done. And I recorded Doom this weekend. The weekend before it was actually uploaded. So, yeah. And that's like 3 videos a day, too. It's crazy. Alright, so fight this asshole. Or at least fight these guys, I guess. And somehow that went through him? I don't know. I guess he just wasn't... Didn't have a hitbox when he was walking out, I guess. Which is weird. I wonder if you can get a guillotine throw here and it still counts toward the challenge. Probably not. I think we got all the challenges done, though, too, actually. We got all the collectibles and... I don't think damage matters. I keep thinking it does. There we go. All done. And this was just the prologue scenario, or technically her prologue, I guess you could say. And this guy looks like he belongs in Samurai Showdown. And somehow there's still a ghost just flying around, I guess. Alright. So now, this bitch, this bug bitch, is off to go collect the crystals. Which we won't get to deal with that stuff until maybe, I think, Act 3 or 4. There's only, I believe, about 4 acts in total. Each with a pretty good amount of levels, though, too, actually. The game is not long. I mean, you can make it long. You know, you can always go back and just play it multiple times yourself, of course, but still. I wonder how long it's been since I've actually played a 2D game on this channel. I don't know. I don't remember. It's probably been a while. So what's this trophy for? Finish 2-2 after picking up collectibles on the same run. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't get everything. I didn't get all the trophies. So, there's that. We'll do a secret mission next time. And, yeah, I'll go to the store real quick. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what's actually... Yeah, these ones are the ones that will knock your stuff down. These red ones. So health orbs are removed from levels. I don't know what it means by rank increased. I think it means... Oh, so if you beat a level with it, you get... Oh, because there's actually, I guess, SS plus or whatever I think it was. I forget. Either way. Now I think I understand what these mean now. Okay. Uses manual hypercharge, hitting 3 consecutive things, makes you hypercharge. Melee increase when health is low. Upon reaching a checkpoint, health is restored completely. Unfortunately, you can only equip like one at a time, though, which is kind of annoying. Let's go to the secret arts. Can't do anything, so I'll come back for it later. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you all next time for some more Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which I'm looking forward to, of course. And yeah, we'll probably have like the next half of the game probably beaten by then. So, as always, take care, everybody.